This is Expert Fonda, and today we are going to see the today Leetcode question. So let's go and see. So today we have given 1470 shuffle the array question. Okay, so let's read the question. Given the array nums consisting of to an element in the form of x1 to xn and y1 to yn, in this form we have given. So what we have to do, we have to return the array in the form of x1 y1, x2 y2 and xn y1, like that. Okay, actually we have given a range of x from x1 to xn and similarly y1 to yn. Now we have to make a pair of x1 x and y, like x1 y1 and x2 y2, like that we have to make, right, this one, but this should be in the array as we have given here, right? So this is the example we have given, and we have to make array in this form, right? So the intention of this program is to rearrange the original array actually. Okay, so as we have discussed, right? So rearrangement should be always after one x, after x there should be y, but the like if there is x1, so the next will be y1, correct? Next will be y1, and like that we have to make x2 y2, right? Like that we have to make, correct? So if I'll talk about the x2, there should be y2, correct? Like this it will go till xn and yn, got it? So the given array should have to, we have to make like this only. Okay, so let consider this example first we have given, right? This one, so give me 1 minute. Yeah, so what we will do, we have given this array and we will rearrange this one into new array. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we have to consider 2 5 1 3 4 7, correct? And we have to do iteration, right? And so after the rearrangement what we will do, so n is given means if n is given, right, 3 means we have total 6 element to n, right? So we have to divide this array by half. So let's suppose this is for x1 we have given, right? So this is our x1, this is our x2, and this is our x3. Next will come, that is our y1, y2, y3, correct? So if we have to rearrange this one, so how we'll do that? So first we will take this x1, so I will put 2, next it and I'll say this is our x1. Next we have to take what, y1, right? So from where we will get, we will get from here. So we'll take 3 here, right? So if we'll make this, we'll make this like this. Okay, so first will come this will come from what, here, and this will come from there, right? Here. Next if we'll talk about x2 will come from what, 5, and this is x2, it will come from here. Okay, and x2 y2, where is y2? Y2 is here, so it will come out 4. This is our y2, it will come from here. Next two elements should come, x3 and y3. So x3 is 1, it is coming from here, and y2 is nothing but 7, correct? So if you'll see the output, it will be matching exactly as we have did, right? 2 3 5 4 1 7, correct? So I think you have understood this question. So what we will do, we will do using the simple iteration, right? And we'll try to do that, right? So now think about how we will take the indices, how we'll choose the element that is placed at the indices 0 to 4 and some number of I, right? The array of I, you can say. So how we'll choose x of I plus 1, right? That we will understand in this example. Okay, so let's suppose we have given two things, right? The first we have given what, this one, the array, and we have to make the pair of this array, right? As we used to do it, you can say. So here n we have given is 6, right? So from here 0 to 6 we have for x, and for y we have total element for this one. So 6 and 6 is total is 12, right? So that's why we have to take an array in which we will store 2 into n element, right? So total element is 2 into n, right? So 12 element we have here. Okay, so if we talk about here, I can write 2 into n element we have, correct, for x and y. Now these are these are our indices. It will start from, if I'll talk about 2 into n, that is come about 12 elements. So we have to start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 total. Okay, 0 to 11 element we have, correct, indices we have. Now let's suppose after making this we are at here. Okay, so we are choosing x equal to 5 and y 5, right? See, x5 and y5. So x5 is at what? This position, and y5 is at this position. So indices 4 and 10, correct? So how we will choose these indices? The question is how we will choose. So let's suppose we are talking about for till here we have gone, right? So next element we are checking this one x5, right? So let's suppose we will take the fourth pair. Let's suppose we have I equal to, when I was at this position, right? Let's make the pair. These are a pair. Okay. So the first pair what we have here is let's suppose we have 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. So we are supposing to choose this one. Okay, this pair we are going to make this pair, and for this we are taking I equal to, total element we have given 6, right? Total element what we have given 6, total element with the array, sorry, total element with the array what we have given 6, right? So n is 6 we have given. So what we will take for, we will take I equal to 4, I equal to 4. Okay, so what we are doing here, for I equal to 4, x will become what? I plus 1, and that is x5, right? So x, for the x we are talking about this value, right? So what value it will come, right? So for this one we will come at x, we will check the x5. So what element I have? We have x5, we have 4 we have. So we will directly say x5 is nothing but we have 4 element, right? As per we have seen, we have here, right? We have element here 4. Now similarly, then what we have for y5, yi plus 1, this is a pair, right? So we have to take y5. So for y5 what we have to do, we have x, what x we have got, what 4. So we will say 4, and plus what we will do, the n value that we have here. So n is what here. So you can say total 4 plus 6 is 10, right? So you can say n plus x5, right? And that is coming this value, right? So what is the position that this value will get stored, right? So how we'll calculate that? So to store this pair, what you have to do, we have to find the indices, right? At indices. So at indices, if we'll talk about, what will come? So first it will come 2 into I, and that is what 2 into I is 4, that is come 8, and so you can say that we are getting x5 at 8. Similarly, if we'll talk about y, so it will come at what? 2 into I and plus 1, and so it will come what? 2 into I, that is 8, and plus 1, that is 9, and so you can see y is at 9. I think you got it, right? So this program we are going to do the program, right? And it's very simple program in which we will build the temp array, that is you can see here, this will be our temp array, or you can say output array, so that total how many element we can store, 12 element will be there, right? Sorry. So total 12 element will be there, and then we will iterate the number array from 0 to n minus 1, correct? And then we will try to store the element xi plus 1 and then yi plus 1, and we will we know that how to get the indices to for xi we will call this one, and for yi plus 1 we will call this one, right? And we will store the value. So finally we will return this temp that we have already, right? We will return the temp array or result array, you can say. Okay, so let's go and we'll make on the browser. First create one array, and we'll store the we'll take the size 2, right? So let's say I'm taking one array, and this size should be what, new int, and it should be n into 2, correct? Or you can say 2 into n, that is also equal, right? So I'll take n into 2, and then what we will do, we will go for the first element, right? So x will start from what, we have to make the pair x equal to 0 x 0, then at index I equal to I should be at the x1 should be at the I index 0, and it should go to its length, right? That is n, and then we will take what, I plus plus, right? So we will get all x value indices, you can say, for initially. Then we will take what, we have our array. So on the array, what we will do, this is our temp array, right? So for the for we will store what, uh, x value we will store, right? So x value will always store at what, 2 into I, right? Like we are talking about what, for I, if I equal to 4, we are taking what, in the example, right? We have taken I equal to 4 as example, right? So what value is coming? So x will get stored at what, 2 into I equal to at 8, right? And y will go at 9, correct? So that we are doing here. Okay, so array of 2 into I, it will come what, nums we have given, and nums of the ith position, right? That we have 4, that will store at 9 8, okay. And then similarly for 2 into, we are taking 2 into 1 plus 1 means 9. So it will come what, next value will come, but the value is at 9 position, right? So n plus I, you can say n plus I, correct? Okay, so this is done. Now finally what we should do, we should we have completed this array, we have stored, then we should return array. Let's try to run this one. Yeah, it's working. So let's submit this one. Yeah, thank you guys, thank you so much. And if we'll talk about the complexity, so let me, give me 1 minute. So first of all, let me summarize this one. Then what we will do, we'll see the time complexity. Okay, so we are talking about that we had this one, right? So we are getting what, 2i 2 into I, we are getting what, 2 into 4, that is coming at 8, and 2 into I plus 1, that we are talking about this one, we are getting 9, right? So that's why we have taken 2 into I, and then we have taken 2i plus 1, and we are storing n of I and num of I plus 1, correct? So total, if we'll talk about this one, so total what we are doing, now we have 2 into n array, right? Total array size is 2 into n, right? So total number of element we have given in the array, right? That is nothing but 2 into n, right, size. So for the element, right, for the element that we have in the nums, you can say, so time complexity should come what, the number of element, and if there is n number of element, right, you can say this is the size, right? So total length is coming what, we are iterating on this element, n element, right, on the nums, right? So total, it will take what, O of n time, if any element is there. So total O of n time it will take, right? And for that, what we will do, we have to initialize the array, which will take O of O into 2n times, right? Because we are taking here, so we will take O of 2 into n times, correct? And for that, total iteration, if we'll talk about, this one for this element and for this element. You see here, total iteration we will talk about. This is for 2n and this is for n element, right? So what we will do here, we will do sum, let's suppose. So n plus 2 into n. So this is our time complexity, but we cannot say that directly on plus o of 2n will come, right? So if we'll do the summarization, there will be some sum, so sum should be added, right? So we'll take o of n time as a you can say as a equal, we can say, right? So total time complexity is, this is the time complexity. Okay, and for the space complexity, what we are doing, we are not using any additional space, right, rather than the output array that we are taking here, right? So we can say that space is O of n will take, O of 1 will take, we're not taking any extra spaces than this one. Okay, so I think you understood. So if you like this video, please subscribe this video, subscribe this channel for more videos. Okay, thank you so much.